Hello everyone! Welcome back to the RacialVista.com's crypto party. What do we call this? Crypto. Actually, we have a spreadsheet here. I should be a little more professional about this. My apologies. Where is it? Actually, I was just updating this because I did another purchase from my Korean barbecue fund. But that's not today's call. Today's video, TRY's Crypto Top 100 Review. Woohoo! I think we call it something else. Actually, you know what I really like is Ben put together this cool little app. And actually been getting some half-decent feedback. TRY's Crypto Countdown. You can actually grab that app if you have a QR code reader on your phone. Sort of gives you a summary of the charts and links and stuff that we have through this show. So it's kind of a fun tool. Anyway, so welcome back to the show. I don't know whether you follow along with me. I mean, I'm a bit of a weirdo, so I can understand there's not a hell of a lot of people that watch my videos, and the people that do watch my videos, I talk in kind of funny language. So you have to sort of understand my speak to understand half of what I say. But one thing that I have been talking about at length with the public and, of course, my community is we do have a fairly significant... God, it's going to be tough to find this. Probably take me half an hour to scroll through this. Let's see. I gotta go quite a ways back here, but we do have quite a big celestial event coming up here that I do believe has a direct impact on the way that we humans act on the on this funny little planet of ours. Somewhere way back here, we were sort of telling people actually months ago, and that's what often happens with these celestial events is I go and I go, holy jeez, look what's coming down the pike, and then the actual day when it happens, we've completely forgotten about it and we're talking about something else. So you can see how long ago this was that I tweeted this out, but I have made reference to it fairly regularly, fairly often, in that I think it actually explains a heck of a lot what's going on in the world right now. We have a planetary alignment that we don't have very often. I mean, this window, like the late 1919, or I guess 2019s, 18s, through the 2020s, and I think right on into like to 2030. There's supposed to be like 6 different celestial events that all are huge cycle pivots. You hear me talk about the demographic cycle and the money cycle and the war cycle and the sickness cycle and all that. So they all come to a kind of big head here. All of the cycles all come to a head here through this funny little window here. So and you can see what's happening to humanity. I mean, literally our society is being torn asunder, as they say. So here's the latest one. Dun, dun, dun. April 4th, we're supposed to have Earth, Mars, and actually I think even the moon lines up here at one point. So Earth, Mars, and Saturn all lining up. And if I'm not mistaken, actually Earth and Venus and Uranus have been making some funny little EVU relationships, 120s, 90s. Andre, so great to hear from you again. Great work, and of course working with Chris. Hopefully we can start bringing a lot of more of these sort of celestial cycle pivot events to the community's attention. But anyway, these big sort of conjunct events, these are slightly different than the EVUs. But thank heavens these things don't happen every bloody day or every year. But this one, unfortunately, when Mars is involved and Saturn, they call it the gods of war and all that shit. And gee whiz, what's Mr. Dickhead doing over there in Eastern Europe causing trouble? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, let's hope, if anything, if we're lucky, this stays contained to Eastern Europe. And if anything, what I'm kind of hearing a little bit to a certain degree is that both sides have kind of hit a stalemate. And so as a result, the Russians have sort of backed off from, we're going to outright murder you, to, well, we're just going to bully you and we'll let you exist, but you better be our bitch, kind of thing. Terrible. Anyway, point of the matter here is I think it explains a heck of a lot of the anxiety in the world. But also, too, and how appropriate, and I have no fucking clue why, but it turns out websites are having challenges right now. And for some reason, our site IT department decided that maybe we're going to try and update our chat server. And basically, it's been going down like about every 10 minutes or so here over the past few hours. I'm trying desperately to keep the darn thing up and running, but I think after I'm done this show, I'm probably going back to bed, which means the site chat's probably going to be down for the rest of the night. My apologies, everyone. I think Stuart gets up at about 11 or 12 o'clock my time, so that's in about 6 hours. So I'm sure he and his IT team will be back on the job. But I think it sort of explains to a certain degree a little bit of this. I mean, here we are. That's like less than a week away. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days away till that big event. So, and I think it explains a heck of a lot what's going on in the world. I have been hearing a lot of people saying that maybe it was staged, and frankly speaking, Hollywood actors, I suppose that's half their job, is to stage shit. Other people are saying, man, I don't know, that was awfully real, you know, that was pretty. But anyway, I thought it was kind of amusing that Hollywood people and professional performers getting in on the big sort of emotional release kind of thing, and I think also too, and a little bit cheeky, that the antagonizer's wife, I think, suffers from a condition. And it turns out that there's a drug company that just so happens to be bringing out a drug around this condition. So why don't we inject a little bit of public fervor into the conversation, shall we? You have to be a really deep conspiracy theory person, I guess, to buy into that. But who knows in this crazy-ass world? I suppose, what is it? The all-ID-aller, right? Dominates everything. And I've often said that I suppose we're going to be heading back into this world where people are bitches for money, and money basically controls everything with the fall of the Soviet Union. So it's interesting to watch how that's played itself out. What is kind of cool about this, though, and this has put a big smile on my face, is TRIers instantly go, hey, that's a fib spiral. I thought that was so cool. That's beautiful. That's a bunch of technicians. Only technicians would really appreciate that, which made me it made me smile. Site chat room has been coming and going. I'm trying to sort of keep it up and running here through the show tonight. Interestingly enough, 2 out of our 3 show guest hosts are MIA this evening. And it's really a question of whether we really wanted to do the show or not without them here. I think Derek has basically politely bowed out of the show, which is a bit too sad, but we'll miss Derek. I did ask another site OG to participate, but he was like, no, I can't make it tonight, Brian. Sorry. So that left Ben and